Do you ever go to your local Target or Walmart and you pass the Lego aisle and the toy section and you just feel kind of underwhelmed? As Christmas creeps around the corner, I'm slowly reminded about the times when I was a kid opening up presents on Christmas Day and seeing the wide variety of Lego sets, all the different themes and the sizes that my parents would have gotten me in Santa. The amount of excitement I got from opening each and every single one and building them throughout the rest of the day and playing with them was probably one of the best parts about that Christmas Day. And even though I'm 25 going on 26, I still enjoy opening and building Lego sets and getting them for Christmas. I ask for them still every year. The quantity isn't as big. I can't ask for as many anymore. I don't feel like I should, being an adult, doing that as much as I used to. But the joy of opening a Lego set and building it and seeing what's new is kind of not there for me anymore. It's kind of dwindling. And it's not because I'm 25 years old and an adult and my childhood joy of Legos is gone. That's absolutely not true. You can clearly see I have plenty. I have plenty of Legos, and I may, because I have money now, I'm able to buy the bigger ones. And this isn't the only one. I have another one up over there. I did a whole stream about where I just built it because I had nothing else to do. I have a shelf right here of more, of just like more sets, and I have plenty more in my closet, and there's a whole bunch more at my dad's house in boxes, either in the attic or somewhere else in the garage, I think. And it's not just Star Wars Lego sets. I have a lot. I have the city sets. I have a bunch of night sets and power miners. But as of recent years, and with the announcement of the new 3 Lego Star Wars 2026 sets that are display sets, I just feel like Lego isn't really up to par anymore, and it's a lot of the time can be very disappointing. Now, I know there are other channels that are solely focused on Lego and their products, and some solely focused on Lego Star Wars, and a certain one is a little bit overly critical, more so than I, especially about the minifigures and size, but they make good points. But I'm going to talk about the 3 things that I personally feel are kind of the things that disencourage me from getting Legos anymore, but I will probably still do it. Now, I may not know much about the economy or the stock market or housing prices or anything like that, but what I do know is inflation is very real, and not some boogie monster like climate change, am I right? It's no secret that over the years, Lego prices have definitely skyrocketed. I think the biggest indicator of this is if you look 10 to 12 years ago at like a Star Wars Battle Pack set, it was way cheaper than it is now. I remember the plain Lego clone Battle Pack that had like 3 regular clones and 1 gunner, and it had the little walker. I'm pretty sure that set was only like $10, $12. Now I go to Target and I see a Battle Pack now, and it's like $25, almost $30 for some, depending on like if they're a little bit bigger. And that's crazy. Like, a Battle Pack is supposed to be something that you can buy several times, and you can buy like maybe 2 to 3, maybe even 4 when you go into the store, and it shouldn't break the bank when you get one. But $30 for a set is crazy. This Battle Pack came out this year, and it's not like some like higher end set or anything like that. It's a Battle Pack that comes with 1 small little buildable thing that your little guys can ride, and a few minifigures that you can, pit against each other. But this one is, I was way under. This is $45. This is $45. Granted that, originally it used to be just 4 minifigures and the walker, and I know that this one has the little spider droid and the 3 super battle droids, but that shouldn't make it so expensive. You're gonna have to drop like a $50 bill just to get this set. You also have this one, which, again, this one's not expensive, but still $30 for, like, essentially the same amount of minifigures plus 2 battle droids, I guess, but the amount of pieces to build the little crabs, the little giant spider droid, and the speeder, like, it's still not a lot. It's crazy. How many pieces of this? This is 215 pieces, and this one's 258 pieces. So what? That's like barely 40-piece difference, and it's like a $10 to $15 increase. Granted, I understand that the minifigures are a little bit, you know, higher quality, and they each come with pauldrons, but still, like, that's insane. That's a lot. That's a big increase from one battle pack to the next. All right, these sets are from 2011. This is on brickset.com, which is a wonderful website that I always use to like look at old sets and admire them and everything. Again, this is a very, you know, basic battle pack, very similar to the new ones. Comes with 4 minifigures and a little buildable thing. Now I know now they're doing sort of like a versus things where it comes with like a buildable thing for either the good guys or the bad guys. Bulk of the minifigures for that, and then maybe 2 to 3 ones for the other one, or again sometimes 4. But the retail price for this set back then was $13. Now for the, you know, battle pack with the 327th core guys, you need to drop like a $50 bill to get that. But if you had that $50 bill back in 2011, you could get like maybe 3 of these, which is really cool. And you could get like 6 commando droids. You get 3 of the same guys, but like still, it's still better. I mean, look at the Endor Rebel Trooper and Imperial Trooper battle pack. You would be getting, if you were able to buy 3 of those, you'd be getting 6 Rebel Endor Troopers, which you could use to be like a special, you know, unit. You could switch the heads and the torsos and everything. I mean, I know there's not much detail, but still. And then you get 3 Stormtroopers and 3 Scout Troopers, which that's good. Now let me look at a more like maybe like 5 years ago. Let's see like 5 years ago. All right, let's see 2020. Like, what are the battle packs there? Yeah, even here, like 5 years ago. Like, again, normally you get like the building thing. You get 4 minifigures. And this one too is really cool. Great for army building because you get 1 Sith trooper and a guard, and I'm pretty sure they come with heads underneath that you can switch around. And then you get the little special guys. And even here, like, you get 4 Mandalorians. You could buy 2 or 3 of these, switch up their torsos and their tops and their helmets, and customize them and make them look different. You have a bunch of Mandalorians. It's not just battle packs, it's other sets too, like some of the bigger ones. Like this Republic Juggernaut is $160, and it's got a 1-star review on Lego.com, which you can look at it for yourself. It looks small. When you think Juggernaut, you think big set, and for $160, I want something that looks substantial. But I can, even though I don't have it in my hands, I can tell by looking at it from the size of the minifigures that it's only like this big. And it should be bigger, highly more detailed, and actually look like it can store like several characters. When I'm talking about size and price, this is what I'm talking about. This is from 2009. The Republic dropship with the AT-OT. You got 2 things, and the size of them is substantial. You can like see and look at them that they're well sized. The AT-OT, it can hold like, it looks like it can hold like 10 to 12 Lego clone troopers, and it only comes with I think like 6 or 8, but it leaves you room for more if you have other sets. And it comes with the gunship that drops it off, and I'm pretty sure that this one is compatible with the the AT-TE that came out that same year or the year prior. It looks big, and yeah, it's what is it? The retail price for this was $250. Yeah, that's expensive, but you're essentially getting 2 sets back in that day. So you're essentially paying $125 for each one of those sets. And if they just sold the AT-OT for like $125, $150, even $160 with the price of the Juggernaut, I would be happy. But like, you can tell. You can just tell by looking at this right here and then looking at this that the sizes are completely different. Like, this one is way too small to be costing $160. Like, that's insane. And I know that a big reason for why this is expensive is because of the minifigures. Like, this is the first set that we ever get with the Galactic Marines, Commander Bakara, and we've had Ki-Adi-Mundi before, but you know, we haven't had him in a while, and his mold is very specific. So you're getting like 3 different molds, 2 of them being new. Well, not the Snowtrooper one. The Snowtrooper one has been used before, but I'm pretty sure it's a dual mold, so it's a little bit more expensive because they're molding in the red with the white. But the Bakar helmet is very unique and its own thing. Like, you're not getting that anywhere else. And would I get this set? No, I would probably buy a used other Juggernaut, which, yeah, would be more expensive, but it's a bulkier set and it's bigger and can hold more like Legos. Like this one looks very relative in size to this midi scale Republic Venator. Like it looks so similar in size. Like this part right here, like this part, the two width by long looks so similar to the inside of it, and it looks the same length. And I can already tell that this is not that big. And even for this, $80 is crazy. I probably still get it because I love the Venator, but still, it's crazy. Now I'm looking at Lego Ninjago, which is like, I'm pretty sure solely exclusive to Lego. Like that's a theme that they made, and that's like their property. Because I know Lego Star Wars is, you know, Disney gets a cut out of that because it's their IP, it's their stuff that they're selling. So it's essentially 50% Lego and 50% Disney's product. The pricing on these, still, while insane, while is a lot more than what it used to be, it kind of makes more sense to me. It like, not this one, like $100 for this little workshop is a lot. Like this looks like more like maybe a $60 to $80 set. 80 being a stretch, but I would pay like $65 for that. And that kind of leads me into my other issue of there's not being a large quantity of Legos coming out each year for that wave. Every time I go to Target or Walmart and I pass by the Lego aisle and I see the different themes, there's barely any amount of sets for them. Star Wars has like maybe like 8 to 10, maybe 12 at a time, but half of those are either playable or they're display sets. And don't get me wrong, I love the display sets. Clearly, I love the display sets. They look cool, and they're great for people my age and older. I'm not that old. And it's great that, you know, Lego is catering to people who want display sets. I like that, and they look really good, and I think the quality of the sets is really well done. The amount of detail for, you know, the size is very good, but I feel like that doesn't translate over to playable ones a lot of the times, which, you know, people who are collectors, and I'm not like a full-fledged collector or anything, but I still like the playable sets because they're cool. They're just not there anymore. So these are the Star Wars sets that are coming out for 2026. As you can see, they say pre-order or coming soon. They're not out yet, but they're, you know, what's coming out in the next year that was, you know, dropped in the for the next 2026 wave, because they do 2 different waves. They do like what is it, like a winter wave, and then they do a summer wave where they release a few sets first half of the year and then a few sets the second half of the year, which I get, and I think that's smart. It gives you time to get those first wave sets, and then it gets you time to get the second ones. I guess I don't really know it. I guess it makes sense. But like look at what they're offering. They're offering 3 display sets, a droid set, which is fine, BB-8, that's fun, it looks cute. The Venator I'm definitely getting, but for $80 is crazy. That's insane. I might ask for that for like a Christmas, for like a birthday gift or something like that. AT with the little speeder is actually really cute. I like that. But then you've got, you know, a little like 4+ set for like Grogu's head, which I know that Lego's a toy company and for kids mainly, but it also caters to older demographics. So they have to do the little kids, they have to do like the slightly older kids, and they have to do with people with my age and older. And they have to please a lot of people, and they can only make so many sets a year. But like the mechs, they're cool, and I get it, and maybe if I was younger I'd want one too, but you only get one little Shock Trooper minifigure. But then you come over to here, the Mandalorian Grogu speeder bike. Like, we already have so many Mandalorian sets, and just this little tiny bike, you could build your own or use a separate one that you already have. But there's so many speeder bikes out there. This one actually looks really cool. Getting a new Cad Bane minifigure is really dope. I've never had Cad Bane, I don't think, so... And he has arm printing, which is really nice to actually see that Lego does more arm printing now, because there's so much detail on the Star Wars character, on their arms and everything. $35 for like a decent sized speeder with a sidecar. And honestly, I can see why it's probably $35. These 2 minifigures, like Cad Bane, we haven't had in a while, and he's a new version of Cad Bane. And the Cobb Vanth with the Mandalorian with the Boba Fett like torso and helmet. That's kind of cool. And the old gun I really like, but still, like, not a lot of variety right there. And then this one, I already know it's come out. Everyone's either positive or negative about it. It's $1,000. It's the Death Star. It's just flat. It's not round like the old ones. But, you know, for the detail and the amount of minifigures you get, it looks really cool. Would I ever drop $1,000 or ask for it? No. Again, it's another display set. And then here we have Siege of Mandalore Battle Pack. I'll probably get this one, to be honest. Like, what, it's like $23. That's not bad. I'm pretty sure that's the similar pricing to like a few years ago, like 4 or 5 years ago, which I just showed. Minifigures I love. Probably get like a few of these because I would love to like have like this little small collection of Mandalorians for like my Darth Maul, and you know, have like, it's kind of cool that it comes with the little speeders and everything, so you can create like a small little Mandalorian army with Maul and have Ahsoka's troopers and everything like that. So yeah, but like, again, this is just for the 2026 wave, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if there's more coming out, but like, these are the only sets that are announced. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 sets, which, yeah, that's a lot, but like, it's essentially 3 small ones, 2 playable ones for kids, 3 small displays, and then 1 big display. It's not a lot of variety. Like, yeah, you're not gonna break the bank going and buying the small sets, but it just feels underwhelming just to get like those small sets and then buy, and like, that's all the new things we're getting until, well, what, like April or June, I think? The third and final thing that is my biggest gripe: the lack of themes and the lack of creativity. LEGO is very much known for their basic LEGO city sets, their create sets where you can build multiple things from one box. Like, you can get a jet, and then you can also build it into a car, and then you can also build it into a boat. Like, that's very cool. That's very fun. You get the Technic sets, which are integral and very mechanic, and then you can have, you know, like, I have a fire truck one that like moves up and down, like, and everything. It's very cool. And I know that they're also known for, you know, Star Wars. That's a big thing that's kind of put them on the map, because, you know, George Lucas wanted toys, and I think he signed things with LEGO. I don't know the history of that deal or anything like that, but, you know, Star Wars and LEGO are very much tied together as 2 things. Like, that's it. It's a toy that makes sense for that genre. But growing up, LEGO could also create lots of other themes that kept you interested and were unique to LEGO. They were very unique. One of my personal favorites, and it's a very short line, it doesn't have that many sets in it, but it was the Power Miner set. I love the concept, the bright neon green, the different miners, they are collecting gems against the little rock monsters and everything. You know, they have different vehicles or equipment, and they start with like 1, 2, 3, and they're labeled by numbers, and like the names are really cool. Like, and they keep getting bigger and bigger, which sort of leads to this story of like, we're just starting mining and we're discovering these rock creatures that are taking the crystals that we need, so we need bigger and better like vehicles. And then it moves to the magma, where they've reached deeper into the planet's core, and now you have to deal with the intense heat, and so it becomes metallic and blue, and like a nice sky blue, because they need water to put out the lava and the fires and everything. And it was short, but it was so unique, and I love those sets, and it felt very collectible. This is why I love Brickset, because you can like go back through history and see everything. They used to have Vikings. I have a few of these sets. They were a short line, but like, these were cool, and also the box art was like so nice. The creativity behind the little dragon with the paper wings and everything, and the difference between each Viking and the boats was really cool. Like, I have this set. I love this set. You get a boat. You get it. It has a little like missile fire thing against a sea dragon. That's very unique. That's so cool. Aqua Raiders. I remember this. I have a few of these sets, I think. I'm pretty sure I have this one, the Lobster Strike. Yeah, I have this one. This is such a cool theme. It was so unique, so different. It was underwater based. Like, look at this. Like, you get giant sea monsters, scuba divers, Atlantis. I remember this one too. Like, again, another sea one. The last one had yellow. This one has red. Like, the sea monsters are little minifigures, and look at the molds. They're so different and everything. And like, gold pieces. This is so cool. I have this one too. Like, I remember having this set and like thinking that these rings were so cool. So, because each one like had represented like some kind of like oceanic power and everything, and like they were protected by like these sea creatures. Dino Attack. Oh my gosh, where is it? I have this. This was my favorite set, and I had Star Wars sets during this time too, but like this one used to be my favorite. You had a T-Rex. You had this huge like military helicopter with, look at all the guns it had. It had this this like big gun right here, these side turrets, missiles right here, this guy with his own gun, another gun right here. You got a pterodactyl. Like there was a little extension cable for you to like manually put guys down and bring them up. It was so different. It was so cool. And yeah, it's only, what is this? Only 7 sets, but like each one of them is different. And yeah, it came out for a short time, but it was Lego's own individual property. It was something different. It was something that piqued your interest and wanted you to buy a different Lego set, not just like these certain themes or from movies or just the Lego City kind, which you would eventually, you know, you get tired over. I got tired of Lego sets because it just felt so repetitive. For some reason, the website's not loading all the way when I click onto 3 and it won't show. One of the most iconic, and I'm pretty sure it was like the first thing that Lego ever did, was castle, knights and stuff. It was super simple. The blocks, you know, were basic, so they built knight sets, and that's a classic line. And it's been years since they came out with a new line of like kingdom or knight sets. Okay, I found some on Google Images, but like the themes were different every year. Like this one, for instance, they had a year where you could get dwarves, and I remember like these troll guys, and like it was specific knights. I had these sets for a year or so. It was the green versus the red. Different, still castle theme, but they switched it up so you'd have new sets to buy and a new story to create. Now, this one is probably one of my favorite themes from the Knights, from the Kingdom Castles line that they've ever done. I loved this one so much. This specific line of castle sets was my absolute favorite. I loved this so much. It was such a simple idea. 2 kingdoms, like normal. The good guys were only 4 knights. There was the lead blue knight. Yeah, he was an eagle, and then there was the green guy who was the monkey, the red who was the bear, and then the purple who was the wolf. And you had the red guy who I think they had for some of the bigger like instructions, they had like a comic series telling you the story of this world. And the scorpion guy used to be a knight of that kingdom and was very close to the king. And he ended up betraying the king and running off with like his army and turned against them. And I love this set. I have like a few of these. Which one? I have this one, and I loved it. And it was great because it showed like a progression through time too. Like it was really specific through the way that the 4 main knights were. Like you had, like they each had their own specific shield, the design on their chest plates, the sword color and everything. Like he had a yellow one right here, like the dual like animal thing and everything like that, the designs. And then you get these newer ones, which, you know, shows a little bit more detail. The shield is not that big long one, it's the smaller one. And his armor, it's gotten a little it's got a more precise and specific design on it. Like right here, like this is the first, like I have this one too. Like this has like 3 of them. You can kind of see like here, let me see if I can like zoom in. Not really. Okay, this is a better way. I should have just typed this. Okay, so for instance, the green guy, very simple pattern of like yellow with his green. Later on, his design changes to where now he has the monkey design on his chest plate. It's a little bit darker gray and everything. I'm pretty sure his sword isn't yellow anymore in those later sets either. It becomes bronze. Yeah, see, like right here, he has the eagle on his chest. This is the older one, and it's got dark blue, but before he had the light gray and a very like, you know, just basic chest plate design. Like their sword color changes. Like see, he no longer has a yellow sword, it's gold. He has a silver one, he has bronze, silver, and like it changes. And then they had like, it was called, I think it was the same thing, Knights Kingdoms 2, which is a new line, like a new Descendants kind of thing, because I'm pretty sure in this one, Eagle Knight, I'm pretty sure he was like the king's son or something like that, so he becomes the king. So I can't, if I can find the set, it'll show like he's, you know, the king now. But like they had new knights, like they still had the scorpions, and I think this one's like snakes or something like that. The knights were different. It was simple, but it was such a unique and fun idea. I just feel like Lego just doesn't have any creativity anymore. They, like, the guys there who are in charge aren't coming up with their own ideas anymore. Am I gonna keep buying Lego? Absolutely I am. I don't think I'll ever stop. It's my favorite toy. It's my favorite thing to collect, and I want to keep enjoying it, and I probably will. I hope that they come out with new, unique lines. I will probably, you know, go on brickset.com and look up these older sets from different limited lines that I haven't collected yet. But just the magic of Lego is kind of dying, and it's not the company it once was. The quality and the quantity is just not there anymore. And obviously, yeah, the designs and details for sets and the different bricks that they can use now to create that detail is way better than it once was. But it's just doesn't feel the same. It doesn't feel like the same amount of love and creativity goes into these sets anymore. I may not be like a 10-year-old kid, but I still enjoy different themes. I would love to collect different sets other than Star Wars. But there's just nothing interesting right now. I hope Lego changes. I hope something changes. I don't know if it will. They have to create something super great and super interesting for me to be willing to spend the amount of money that they're putting these sets up for. I hope you enjoyed this video. This was a lot more rambly, not very well planned out and cohesively thought out. I didn't have like an outline to go through this, but you know, this is just something I feel very strongly about, and you know, I'm not the only one. I know other people in the Lego community feel the same way. I've seen it, and you know, oh, I know I left a few themes out like Bionicle, but maybe that's like a thing for another day. Yeah, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like and a subscribe to this channel. I really love all the support that I've been getting recently from the channel. We bumped up a lot this year, so yeah, thank you guys, and I hope you enjoy. Bye.
He'll be here with the answer to the prayers that you made through the year. You'll get yours if you've done everything you should. Extra special good. He'll make this December the one you'll remember, the best and the merriest you ever did have. Everybody's waiting. They're all congregating, waiting for the man with the bag. You better watch out now.